Plan of action today, I want to go through my main focus Duna station that we kind of designed in the old save. I'd like to go through every single component and just maybe tweak it a little bit. There's a few things that I can think of off the top of my head that we could do for the station just to make it a little bit more easy to maintain, and it's mainly things like swapping out probe cores, swapping out RCS, and that's pretty much it. Just making sure it's stable. I know there was one of the modules didn't have an RCS on, one of them didn't have communication. It's just little bitty things like that, just to finalize the whole thing, and then we can just pretty much get it ready and send it. That's the idea. I don't know if we'll be able to get through the whole thing today. We can try. We will see. But we'll kind of see how far down the line we get. I think the best place to do this is in engineering mode. We'll just start cracking out the different modules and stuff. In fact, I think what we should do is we should look down all the different launchers, because I've listed every single launch that I wanted to make for the last save, and we should probably mark down which is going when and for what. I know, for instance, the KMUs, they will change. They will be quite a big change, I think. The Kerbal Maneuvering Units, and I think one of the habitation modules. So this is Duna train number 1. Was there anything to this in particular? Well, first off, I've already noticed that potentially we could change these RCS ports so that they are a bit better. We could maybe go with, well, they're not aligned correctly. So that's the first thing I've kind of noticed. They're not aligned correctly. We've got the a really old whatchamacallit thing? What is this called? An old probe core in there, which we can change out. Other than that, I think it's okay because it's got a communication device here. So that's good. I might put a non-deployable antenna on this just so that I know I have signal once we jettison. And then with the Mendel module as well. This isn't the Mendel module. This is the McDowell module. Again, very similar. Change out the probe core. Hey Janice, how's it going? Thanks for the exclamation point there. I appreciate that. So change this out, and then I think this might be it. Maybe put a better antenna on here as well. Yeah, maybe. Oh well, actually we've got that. We've got those, so they should deploy. But maybe... No. Yeah, because they should deploy, and that will be okay. And again, RCS, because that looks messy. So we will change the RCS on this, and that should save us a lot of parts, part count. It will keep our part count low, and we'll be able to tidy up things like this, and it should weigh less as well. So it'll be good for the transfer burns and things like that. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's go through these. Let's go through all of these things and kind of like have a look and see what we can make. I'm not sure what to do with this. I think I'm just gonna leave this one. This one was okay. The only thing that I can think of for this was maybe we could put a probe core in here, but I don't think we need a probe core. I'll be honest, I don't think we need it. Because the second stage will dock this to the station. So I will put monopropellant on the second stage, or some sort of RCS, some reaction control system on the second stage to dock this up. Let's have a look at the next thing. This is just a standard one of these. Aha, you see? These do have these thruster blocks here. So maybe we need to tidy those up a little bit, because that looks a little bit messy. Those thruster blocks. So there's just a few things that just need, like, tidying up here, there, and everywhere. Like, yeah, those thruster blocks seem a little bit messy. Does this have an antenna on? Yes, there is an antenna on this. Maybe we can swap that out for the other probe core. The only problem with doing this is that then we lose reaction control. So that would mean that we would also have to have reaction controls on this if we swap out these probe cores. Actually, maybe these probe cores might be better for this purpose, because we're not going to be using... Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the probe cores. I don't see the point in changing every single probe core out with the Octo, because the Octo doesn't have reaction control, and the reaction, even though... How much is this? 0.04 tons. And 0.05 tons. So overall, this and one of these is less mass than just one of these. But this reduces the part count. And if we do it over the whole station, then it can be quite a big part count change. What's more important, the part count or the mass? Oh, yawn. Yawn! I've only just got in from work. I'm only going to do a short stream today, by the way. Anyway, so that's launch 3. Yeah, we're not doing a super long stream. Launch number 4. Now, this definitely needed an antenna on this. Need an antenna in here. And I think this I do want to have... I don't think I've got a probe core in this either. So we need a probe core and antenna. That's actually more important. Probe core and antenna in this launch. So that would go on here. And again, RCS thrusters, we can change up the thruster blocks. Let's have a look at this. This one should be okay. So this could just be RCS. Yeah, I might swap that out because all of these pieces will have reaction wheels. So we will change out that probe core. Okay, so that's good. Now this one is going to completely change. So this launch is actually not correct. Create a Kerbal. Put it in the Discord. I'll do it during the next astronaut group. And then this is for train 2. That's the docking plate adapter. I'm not quite sure where that's meant to be going, actually. I think this is meant to go on, like, the bottom somewhere. I did, jeez. Okay, yeah, that one's fine. I will create that one. You're going to be an engineer as well. Nice. You'll have to wait till the next astronaut group now, though, before you get the Kerbal in game. So it could be a while. You're checking to see if I behave? Yes. Absolutely. Okay, that one's fine. And yeah, and then we've got to kind of like test these. I want to test both of these landers. I think for the monopropellant here, and we're going to keep that monopropellant as it is. But I would like to maybe swap out the probe core. And I think this probe core probably needs to go too. Yes. Okay, so these are the things that we need to test. So this will be testing. We might do that today. Okay, so that's launch 3, and then the final one is these, and I think we updated these, didn't we? I updated the I need to find where it is though. Wind! There's wind coming through my window right now and it's catching onto my microphone. There's a GCE tug. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Where is it? I can't remember what we called them. Oh, here it is. Let's merge it. Let's just have a look real quick. So I know we changed the... We rebuilt them. But I don't know whether how much of the mass we changed. Let's have a look. Oh, that it's actually smaller. So we made it smaller, look. But I think we increased the mass. So that's 7.7 tons. Oops. 7.6 tons. Okay, that's really not that bad then. So overall it should be 7.8 tons. $7.9 tons. Jen is the real boss, but it was too long. Yeah, that is too long. I don't think Kerbal would accept it. And this looks fine then. So I'm actually going to save this. This looks fine. Because we've only had 0.2 tons and... What was this going to launch on? This must be launching... If this is only... This is 7.9 tons. This should be launching on... I've got no... It looks like boobs. It's not boobs. Do I have no Union payload fairing in here? Did I delete them? I might have deleted the craft files. Okay, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's probably on your Union capsule. Because it's only 8 tons, so it'll be a Union B, I think. To be safe, it would be a Union B. Right, anyway, right, let's go to... First things first, let's figure out what the first launch would be. Which I believe, actually, I don't even need to look because I know what they are. Let's go to the Mendel module first. So this will be Mendel module revision 3. Just save it. Okay, so what are we taking off? Taking the RCS off. We've got better thruster blocks now. What else did I want to take off? Now, I was tempted to mess around with what would be in the container modules as well, actually. Lurking? No worries. Hey, Discount, how's it going, my dude? Just making sure I was recording. I thought I had a fear for a second, then I was like, oh, I've just been streaming for like half an hour and I haven't been recording the stream. No, I have, it's fine. Terrahawk, Zayride Eyes. Hot, very hot. It's not too bad here at the moment. It's only 18 degrees. And there is a very nice, pleasant breeze coming in through the door, so it's okay. When I say door, I mean window. Window and doors are two very different things. Jeez, Womble. Right. So I don't think I will change the probe core. I think the probe core can stay. Because I can't think of a valid reason. Why do we have a battery clipped into the probe core? I can't think of a valid reason why. We don't need that. What I do want, though, is I'm going to put some... Just keep our mass up. 7.14. Because I don't want to add too much. No. No. Oh, come on, every time. So that's the first one and the second one. That makes it way more simpler to kind of control there. I think I'm going to have it right on the edge there. You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I wish I could... Well, part of the reason why this was good was because it's kind of out of the way, the old ones. So we'll do that. We'll kind of do that as well. I know you can still see that other nozzle, but then it looks like that it's not firing off in that direction. Show IQA. Oh, 4.5. No. Damn it. I wanted to turn off full thrust off completely. Damn. Never mind. Oh, you can turn 4 by throttle. I never knew that. I'd never seen that before. Always full action is off. Good. I've never seen that before. Huh, so you could actually load these up to the throttler if you wanted to and use them as actual engines. That's actually pretty cool. I never knew that that was a thing. Must have been sleeping when that change was made. Right, something I do want to add to this. Communication. That, because I think when I launched this in my other career, it was adamant that we were missing that, and we missed it. Something else I want to add. We're at 7.3 tons. I'm fairly sure I've saved quite a bit of... So It's 0.02. That is 0.05. So I've saved quite a bit of mass. Actually, not as much mass as what I thought. My last build, I was using engines as RCS. Engines as RCS, yeah. Don't have... Yeah. Oh, no. It's not a good sign. I wanted to add an extra battery in here. So I think that was a flaw. Was that, was the batteries were not the best what we had in the module at the moment, so that should be enough to cover it. There we go. Now we're at 7.5 tons. I'm not going to go any more than that. We'll save this Mendel module revision 3. We'll save that one. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to the McDonnell transfer stage. So this will be revision 4. Let's save it. Let's just retract those. Let's get rid of these, because we don't need them anymore. Have we noticed I'm consistently missing something here? Consistently, I'm missing that. That needs to be there every time without fail, and I have missed it every time on these builds so far. So I think that was that, and then we just want to... It is fully fueled, yes. Add in... No, not those ones. Have those there. And those there. I'm not sure whether I want to optimize these RCS ports. Do we have monopropellant on this? We actually don't have that much monopropellant on this thing. Anyway, that's 24.1 tons. That should be about right. So let's save that. Nice and simple. We're actually getting through this really quick. This is good. So that is launch 1. So let's update launch 1 now. Okay, so launch 1. Tell you what, let's just grab it all. And I want this. And I want, don't save just yet, this, please. So that is the new DSA T1 Launch 1, and the mass has changed. I've lowered the mass actually, ever so slightly. Not that much, but ever so slightly. So I'm pretty happy with that actually. That worked. Oh no, we didn't fill the container module. Everything that we need for Duna needs to be in this. Cargo. Okay, let's figure this out. We're going to Duna. We're going to Ike. Right? I don't think we've got the radio thermo generator, so we can't put that out there. We don't have the ionographer. We do have that. So I think we need 2 of these. We've got the weather analyzer. We've got the GoAb. Communication. I'm actually going to take a few of those. Should we say 2 communication for both Ike and Duna? It's only 20G then. And then we need solar panels to power all of the experiments. Both missions will have engineers that should be on 2 stars when they go to these places. So 2-star engineers. Power units produced 3. So it can produce 3 power units. That's actually really good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that's more than enough. I'm gonna put 1 extra solar panel in there anyway. And it should be level 2 engineers that will be able to do this. If not, they're level 1 engineers, and we should still have enough power anyway. EVA experiments. Let's fill up this whole thing. Actually, maybe not the whole thing, but we'll definitely take a few EVA experiments. Okay, so that's 4 EVA experiments each, so that's 8. Let's also take repair kits, because they will be very, 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 very useful. In fact, this entire thing here I want all the repair kits. This might take a while. And then we do want some storage space so that the astronauts... Yeah, this might take a while because, I mean, if we fill this entire thing up with EVA repair kits, I won't need to send them again, right? So I think these are a single-use item. Whereas I don't think that experiments are a single use. You can use those over and over and over and over again, I think. Could be wrong with that. If we are, it's not a big deal, because all we need is like Duna space and landed on Duna and then landed on Ike. They're not biome specific, so. But anyway, that is a full container module of EVA repair kits. Let's fill up some fuel cylinder tanks for in case of an emergency. When I say emergency, I mean long duration. I don't think we need to take EVA jetpacks because they'll all take their own. Same with the parachutes. In fact, the parachutes can stay inside the capsule that they go home in. Okie dokie. How's my stream, by the way? How's the bitrate on the stream? Okie doke. So that is train 1, launch 1. That should be everything. I don't think I'm going to take the lights. I know originally I had these work lamps in. I don't think I'm going to take them. Seems okay to you. Okay, it's just weird because Twitch is saying that the bitrate is going up and down, but OBS says that the bitrate is fine and stable, so I was wondering if Twitch was being a little bit wonky. Yeah. Do you know what else I want to do with this? Just for a little bit of fashion lighting. So then it looks like a hatch, right? Not a hatch, just like a window kind of thing. Because the science module that's inside here has these wonderful windows, these circular windows. And I've kind of covered them up. So we'll add them on a little bit further. Does mean that I need to go back into this. And get the launch thing. Hey John, how are you, my dude? Merge this. Oh no, don't no! We'll save that. There we go. Just looks a little bit nicer. It just gives it a little bit more detailing. It was something that I wanted to do at the beginning. I completely forgot to do that. Doing good. Nice. It does add a little bit extra mass to the what's it? To the module, but we're okay. Our mass is good, I think. Let's just have a look. I don't want to add anything else though now. That's it. No, 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 no. That was in the right place, I think. I think that was in the right place. It does need to be there. Minecraft Java last night. Played it for the first time in probably 10 years. So much new stuff. Yeah, there will be. If you haven't played it in 10 years, yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. That's a lot of new stuff. Yeah, I needed to do some Kerbal stuff today, so that's why we're playing Kerbal. I'm only going to be streaming for like 2 hours, probably. Not long. I'm actually pretty lethargic, actually. I'm quite tired. I've had a long day at work, but I'm trying to stream after work a little bit more, so like just to push myself to stream, because otherwise I just don't get a chance to stream anymore. So I'm trying to push myself a little bit more. There we go. That's the Mendel station. Played it in beta, and 1.0 villagers were just added by the time you stopped playing. So villagers, yeah, villagers have changed. We said we weren't gonna touch this. We're actually kind of happy with this. I don't need to do any tests with this either, I don't think. This will come in really useful when we can rotate docking ports and things like that. This is going to be so easy to build. So that's actually fine. So that one we're not touching. So let's go to launch number 3, which was the... LFT. Where is the where is it? I can't see it. Oh, it might be under J actually. Jumbo fuel tank. No? I don't see it then. Ha. That's a good job I saved this DSA T1L3 because I think we lost this tank. I think this was one of the things we lost in the craft file purge. So this is why we needed to check all this. This is why I wanted to check and go through everything, because otherwise we find that we're missing craft files, which we are. But that's okay. See, what's funny, I thought it would be the Duna lander that it was an old version of the Duna lander, not this. I'm surprised that this is gone, because this was one of the first things I designed. Somebody's pulling things outside. Yeah, I can't see it here at all. Okay, so we need to name this then. LFT. Stations. Large fuel tank for transfer stage and stations. The LFT. Save it. Okay, so what do we need to... Okay, I need to go through every single part of this and just make sure that we're good. Hang on a sec. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully it's noise is gone. It was someone moving something in the garden outside. It obviously was very, very loud. So I had to shut my window. Because why would I be allowed to have windows open when it's hot? Something that I did notice I wanted to change on the... Actually, you know what? I think... I think the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to turn those into the 5 horns. Whoops. And we'll get rid of these. Does every house in England have a well cared for garden? No. Hell no. People don't look after their gardens here. Seems like it? No, that's not. People don't know how to look after gardens. I don't look after my garden. Mine's a mess. You guys love your gardens. I hate gardening. It's probably because we don't have any nature, though. And tea. I'm not a huge tea drinker. The type of teas that I have is herbal tea. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn this one off. So this one is the 3 horn. And we'll do the same with these. Like that. It kind of looks a little bit more interesting that way. And they should be lower on mass. Yeah, we don't... it's more stereotypes, I think, that is. Something else I want to check. I want to check that we've got the antenna in there. We've got plenty of batteries. We've got loads of these monopropellant tanks. I think this is good then. This should be good. You're Canadian, never played ice hockey? Alright, let's save that here. There's a lot of Canadians in this stream. Now let's load this one, and I want to go back to the LFT. And I want to merge it. Oh, come on, please don't do that. No, really, in the UK with gardens, it's mainly the elderly that look after their gardens and stuff. It's kind of like what you do when you retire, you just garden all day. I'm not a fan of gardening. I'm looking after the environment. Mow the lawns less often is less power, right? Bees love flowering weeds. Exactly, Discount. Exactly. Now, to be fair, I do like to mow the lawn. I do like mowing the lawn. But I don't know. I don't know the difference between a weed and a plant. I have no idea. It's all green. I'm not amazing at that. I do like to mow the lawn though. I guess the reason why we mow our lawn so much in the UK is because we like football, right? Like, and the football pitches that we see are always very, very neatly mowed lawn. Neatly mowed lawns, right? Anyway, I'm happy with this. This is all good. Let's move on to the next launch. Hey, we're getting through this a lot quicker than I thought. We will have to do landing tests, though, today. This is a big one, because I know there's quite a bit of changes that we need to do with this. Okay, let's get... Do I have a craft file for this node as well? I do. It's there. Let's merge that real quick. Let's just make sure that this is the same thing there, because I don't think I need to change the node. I think the node is okay. Alright, it's upside down. Let's just remember that. What is that? Oh, we got fuel tank in there. I have a fuel tank in this. Yep. Huh. I think I'm going to empty that fuel tank. I don't know why that's there. You could test different gravity than Kerbin, so you can literally see how your Duna landing would go. You can. You can, John. There is a way to do that in the cheat menu. I'm not antisocial, just socially oblivion. I like that. You can. Yeah, you can change gravity. Here, let me launch this. Let's put this out on the... Oh, apparently there's a dovetail there. Oh, Jeb was just hanging in a dovetail. Not quite sure why he was there, but okay. Sure. Sure, Jeb. You do you, Jeb. So, this is our module here. I mean, we've not got any thrust, so I can't tell you. Actually, no, I can show you. You can do... hack gravity. So you do Alt F12 to bring up the debug menu. And under the cheats, you can hack gravity. And I can turn it right down. If I turn on RCS, I can take off with the RCS. So you can actually do that, John. Or I can, like, shove it right down to the bottom and see everything explode because we're on 10G. So you can actually see how things react in testing mode. Oh. I don't understand why that keeps going off though. Really need to get into KSP again. Yeah, so you can do it. Let's reset and let's turn that off. So as I forget about it, and then I'm flying around in micro G. Setting orbits can be handy for testing at other worlds before a main launch as well. Yeah, that's usually what I do. Discount. I go over to another world, which we'll be doing later, because I want to test the Duna lander a bunch. Actually, we'll probably do the Ike lander first. I might just send that out to the Mun. Okay, so this is DSL, so I think node 2 is fine. I'm gonna leave node 2. Let's go to the habitation module. I played a lot in beta, played every day, did a big lathe mission, then stopped playing. I see. I've never really done like big lathe mission, a big lathe mission. I've been out to lathe. But a lot of my stuff in Kerbal that I do is low Kerbin orbit or even in Kerbin's atmosphere. I'm trying to push the boundaries with this save, so I'm trying to go out and do other stuff. So this station that we've designed is set to go out to Duna. All right, this. So let's go on to revision 2. Alright, let's get rid of these, because I don't want those. Get out, get out, get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. That's fine. What else do we have? Right, there is no probe core in this module, which is bad. So let's take that off. Let's put a probe core in. I'm going to use the HE HECS. So we don't need the other one. Okay, so now we've got a probe core inside there. Let's add communication. We only need one of those because when this launches, it will be unmanned, and we just need to be able to hook it up to the relay network. Yeah, resilience module 2. And I'm also tempted to change the solar panels, but the problem with the solar panels is that that's going to mess around the mass too much, I think. So I'm almost tempted to change the solar panels around, but I think we'll keep them. Are those solar panels a mod? No, it's part of the DLC. I've made them myself from DLC parts. So you've got hinge brackets in the DLC. I've got no parts. This is vanilla. So I've got alligator hinges from one of the DLCs. I think it's Breaking Ground DLC. So you get all sorts of robotic parts, hinges. You get rotors. You get servos, and you get turboshaft engines and hydraulic cylinders. And these can be quite big as well. So basically actuating parts. Pretty cool. So you don't have to use movable hinges. Yeah, they're rubbish. Do not trust them. Do not trust these hinges. 9 out of 10 times they don't work. So just bear that in mind. Don't trust the hinges. Was there anything else that we wanted to change to this? Do I have monopropellant in this? I don't think we've got monopropellant canisters, but actually I bet these have monopropellant. So we've got 60 units in that. Okay. Game, come on. It is upside down, I wondered. Oh, we did add the HECS. It looks like it's the correct way around, so it might be okay. Alright, let's just save it and put it on the pad real quick. So yeah, I've made better solar arms than that. That's why I was contemplating putting a different solar arm that we had that on this, but I think I will leave it. Because the solar arms are quite heavy. Perfect, they're both aligned. So basically what I did there, I just made sure that the docking port and the probe core are aligned, so it doesn't matter what I choose when I'm maneuvering things around. Okie dokie, so that's the resilience module. So let's get this into the launch 4 craft file. And I'm not going to change node 2 because I think that was fine. I was tempted to get rid of the fuel inside it, but actually I think we should probably keep the fuel. Because we can use that for the transfer burn if push comes to shove. That can be like an emergency fuel. Do do do. My mind's blanked. I can't remember what I'm bringing in. Oh yeah, the resilience module. Dummy. Let's route it up to this docking port there. Perfect. Let's get rid of the old one. No! Get rid of the old one. Bring in the new. And save. Yeah, no, I've got better movable hinges now that would probably be better on that thing, but I'm not too fussed. I think I'm gonna keep it the way it was. I think it'll probably end up looking better anyway this way, because I don't want the solar arms to be too big. But the better arms that I've got are on this thing, and they do this. Like that. So they end up looking like that. So that is what I was thinking about putting on, but those solar arms are actually quite heavy. They're also not aligned correctly, look. Got gaps in. In fact, I will show you how these deploy, because I was actually really proud on how they actually deployed. Where is the coupling? Where is it? Structural. There it is. So this, I've already launched this in my mission mode save, because this was like the first station. This is the station that you can go and dock things to. But I really like how these solar arms work. So basically, once you're in space, here, let's just hack gravity real quick. Once you're in space, you hit the 0 action group, and then the arms extend like that, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then at the same time, you've got like these little things that pop out. You've got all loads of other things, like you've got radiators down here that come down, and I don't know. I just think it looks really cool. This station, I'm super proud of this, and I designed this quite early on in the old save with very, very limited parts, and I think it's came out looking really good. What happens if I do 10 times gravity to those solar panels? Oh no. Boing! They're not designed for gravity. So yeah, I've got those solar panels. I've also got other solar panels as well that I've designed that I'm pretty proud of. I'm pretty proud of how they work and how they look. But we'll keep the basic stuff. Okay, what's next? What is the next thing in the launch? It's the Triumph module. Okay, Triumph module. Let's go to the Triumph module. This should be fairly easy. Triumph module, revision 1. This is going to be Triumph module, revision 2. Let's take that off. And we'll replace it with this. Because this I do want to be that. Because this will hide. It's kind of like hides a little bit better. It's not quite as obnoxious. Let's take off all of these RCS ports, because they're never aligned. I never seem to align them correctly. They look vile. Let's get rid of them. Can I open this one? Open the doors. Oh! I've got solar panels on this. I think I'm gonna take those off. I'm gonna take them off. I don't need them. The reason why I don't need them is because we've got quite a lot of electric charge in these devices, I think. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of electric charge. So I'm gonna take them off. Don't need them. Let's get the thruster blocks. Do the same as what we did before. We'll kind of like make it look like they're forearm, but in the corners. We'll do that. And then we'll do... Huh. I mean, I am in absolute tick, so I don't know why that doesn't fit, but whatever. Let's save that. And then we also need to make sure that we've got communication on this module so we don't lose signal. Save it. And I think that's everything I need on this. I don't... That's got monopropellant in. That also has monopropellant in. So we're not short on monopropellant. Do you know what? I think I'm going to clip that back actually, so that it's not visible on the top there. Right, we'll save that. That's the Triumph module. Revision 2. And we're literally just going to merge this. So before it's 5.9 tons with 40 parts. Pretty sure we've got rid of quite a lot of them. 23 parts? Are you kidding me? What? I took off a lot of parts. You see, it's this part saving that is going to be so much nicer down the line. Like, this sort of part saving it's just going to be so much nicer. That is 5.4 tons. So it's about the same. Okay, now then, this is the big one, because we might need to design something from scratch here, because I don't... See, this is what launch 6 was supposed to be, and what it was. And I don't like these. I never have liked these. Kath with the host, hey man.
You're a feather in my arms.
Ribbed for her pleasure. Jesus. I've never liked these. They never worked, I'll be honest. So I want to scrap these completely. But how much mass do we have on this launch? 2.6 tons. KMU, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see what KMUs we've got available. This is a KMU. Okay. I think I want to change this. I mean, I could do like 4 of these instead. And still I haven't, well, I could do 5 of these if I really wanted to. For a study period to see how much they want to ask me questions. I see. You wish they had big balls. Oh yeah. And again, I could change this up because this is an old design. So I think what I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna start from scratch. I think I'm gonna build new KMUs and yeah, I'm gonna build them from scratch because I think I've got the parts to be able to do a much better job than this. And so I'm thinking of, instead of having them down at the bottom here, I'd have it at the back and have it more of like a jetpack chair, an additional jetpack. It's a matter of trying to figure out what parts we have. I'll tell you what, let's fix the other... Oh, I need to fix all of these trains now as well. So just bear with me. Let's fix the other things. So this, for instance, needs updating. That will need updating. And then that needs testing. That's already been updated. Right, so this needs updating because we changed a few things. Don't save. Let's just go through and update the things that we can update straight off the bat. LFT, merge it. The LFT got a slight upgrade. Just trying to be a little bit more conscious about the part count as well, because I have a feeling that the Duna station, once it's up and running, will be quite part count intensive, and I am a little bit worried about that. Launch 2 is also, that's just this. Okay, let's... Okay, so it is... which are the ones that need updating then? So it's launch... T1 launch 6 and... T2 launch 3. So those are the two things that I really need to focus on. Let's do the KMUs first, because they shouldn't be as much of a problem. I think what we could do with the KMUs to test the KMU out is to what we could do is we could Sorry, brain's just going about 100 miles an hour right now. Hold on, bear with me, bear with me. We could do that. So, okay, so basically what I'm thinking about for the KMUs is I'm thinking of designing, like, a housing for it. So we can have, like, 5 KMUs or 4 KMUs attached to the housing, and the housing is attached to a docking port. And basically, the idea is that the Kerbals get into the housing and then into the KMUs, right? From the inside out kind of thing. I mean, realistically, we'll have to EVA them through a hatch and then get them onto the seat. But yeah, and we can have one of these like either side of like the science module for whatever reason. But what I was trying to work out was whether we had enough delta V in the transfer stage to be able to send a KMU to like all of those KMUs on the first station, and I don't think we would be able to. I don't think we've got the delta V, so I've got to be really careful with that. We'll see. I have reduced part counts as well, which will help. Anyway, let's try and do this first. So this is KMU Mark II. So this is the new up-to-date version of the KMU. Let's find something to start off with. And the thing that I'm kind of foreseeing here. Alright, let's start off with the junior docking port, because this is how we're gonna dock onto things. Why does it always start upside down? It's really bizarre. Right, there we go. We've got the docking port. I'm thinking of really simply just like having 2 of these on like the side of this kind of thing. So those would be like the tanks. Then have a Kerbal housing seat like in the middle. I'm not sure if this is going to work. And we kind of like use it like a jetpack kind of thing. Now, I think it might not be a bad idea to have a probe core on this so that this can be... This, we don't have to have Kerbals on board, but... Could be literally as simple as this. Right. So, what would be wrong with this? How wide is this? Width is 1.3 meters, height is 1.5 meters, length is 1 meter. That's 1 meter across like that. Yeah, why not? Would this work? And more importantly, is this... Is it too big? Would it not dock into places where I need it to? I'm not sure. Chat, I'm feeling really tired right now, I'm not gonna lie. I will need to stop and get food at some point too, so just a heads up. Yeah, I'm not sure whether that would be enough. Like, I think we should be good. Should we transfer it over to the other save and then we'll kind of like figure out if we need anything else? And if it's gonna work or not. Yeah, I don't think I'm really focused enough to be able to do the Duna Lander tests today. To be fair, I've actually done quite well at just like going through all the craft files and seeing what is good and what isn't. Let's copy that. And paste. KMU Mk4. Let's go into the engineering save and we'll test it out. Oh. Probably would need electric charge, wouldn't I? That's something I didn't add. That's something I didn't add. I didn't add electric charge or anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle, I think. In fact, I can feel myself struggling really bad right now. Actually, I feel like we've got quite a lot done. I've only been going for like an hour and a half, but not even an hour and a half. But I do feel like I've got quite a lot done, so I feel quite productive, which is good. Maybe we could do... Right, where is it? KMU. Okay, I wanted batteries on this, didn't I? So let's put those on while I'm thinking about it. Was there anything else I wanted on this? Always remember the always remember the antenna, right? There we go, we can have it going through the middle, through the centerpiece. That actually looks quite nice. Let's get... Hey, Hammy, how's it going, my dude? How are you, man? Let's get an engineer going. Let's launch it. You're good? Nice. Good to know. How's it been going so far? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm actually starting to really start to flag. Oh, that's something I needed to do. Yeah, I'm starting to really flag. Right, what happens if I leave seat? Okay. Board it. Okay, it will leave and board seat. That's good. Dude, this actually looks quite nice. I quite like this. Should we try and... try and build a solar arm? Building a jetpack? Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what it's going to be. It's going to be more of a jetpack than a than anything else. I can't. My brain isn't focused. It's not engaged right now. I'm like really... No, that's not the right thing. Come on, dude. Like, you can do this. Just focus, man. It's not that one. Resilience module. Gonna look for a bit. Okay, no worries, man. Open the doors. I'm curious to know whether the KMU will be able to attach to these docking ports here. That's kind of critical that it can without clipping in. If it can't, we could do what I suggested before. Do you know what? I actually kind of like it like that. I'm a little bit worried it's not going to dock correctly though. Yeah, I actually like that, having those on the side. KMU's on the side of the habitation module. Okay, so we only... Yeah, never mind. Never mind, ignore my last. Let's get the... I can't remember what it's called. MSA. Alright, I'll tell you what. We'll finish this tests, and then I'll show you something that I worked on off stream a couple of days back, and we'll have a play around with that. We'll have a little bit of fun. We'll drive around, and then I'm probably going to call it. I realize it's only a 2-hour stream today, but I'm really flagging. Unknown comet. Don't want the asteroids, please. I'm a little bit concerned that the KMU I just put up here with Jeb isn't in orbit. So where is it? With Bill. It wasn't in orbit. Yeah, I just have to be really cautious with where I'm attaching on the docking port, I think. Oh, come on, Womble, you can do this. Just power through. Ah, I'm getting a little bit like antsy as well. I must have recovered it. I must have like done something. I must have reverted back to spaceplane hangar. That's probably what I did. I just didn't realize. See, this is actually the problem when I get in after streaming, after being at work. Like, I get really, really hungry. And it makes me really tired. But like I said, I've been trying to power through it. Control from here, please. So I've been trying to power through a little bit more. But, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to stream. Yeah, otherwise I'm just not going to be able to stream this week. I want to see how much monopropellant we actually use up here. We're going to keep that hooked up. I only really need 2 of these at the station, but it's quite fun to send a few of these out. Because then if one breaks or whatever, then we've got backups. Not that there would be a reason for one to break. Line it up. Let's rotate it around. It's fairly well balanced, to be fair. Mind you, something like this isn't exactly difficult to balance up. And this hopefully will function the exact same as the old KMUs, but should be way more efficient. And it should have quite a lot of range as well. Beep, 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 beep. Vehicle reversing. Vehicle reversing. Okay. Then I think we undock there. This is where it Yeah, there's issues. Set that one as target first. This is when I need to close my eyes and just watch the nav ball, because otherwise I get orientated incorrectly. Actually, do you know what? Let's go to locked camera. That will help me. But I also want to aim camera here, please. Just a matter of like taking it real slow. Hey RM, how's it going, my dude? We're just doing a few tests right now. I built a jetpack for Kerbals. I don't recognize the number, so I'm going to ignore it. If it's anyone important, they will leave a message. Hearing my phone buzzing, yelling at me, saying, "Hey, you've got someone's trying to contact you," and it's like, I don't want anyone to contact me. Jetpack for Kerbals? What could possibly go wrong? A bigger jetpack for Kerbals. Nothing. Nothing will go wrong. Seriously, docking port? So if I were to do this at the actual station, this wouldn't be free floating. This would be attached to the rest of the station. And I was incredibly precise with this. I think the only reason why it broke was because I turned on the docking port force adapter and it's like slingshotted away. So yeah, okay, that's weird. Feck it. I'll try again another day. My brain's not quite in it right now. I'm a bit too hungry to be able to focus on that. Right, chat. I want to show you something that I designed. The other day. That was off stream. I designed this off stream, and this will be used in mission mode. Actually, first off, Transporter 1, which we designed. I've actually fixed this. This now works quite well. We can get this out onto the pad. We can get this out onto the pad. This now works quite well. It's very difficult to flip it. You can do it, but only if you're really trying to. So I'm happy to say that this thing is good to go. It is still very slow, but it is what it is. So yeah, Transporter 1 is good now. This is I'm pretty happy to use this. I will use this quite a bit, I think. I think we'll use this more than I think you'll realize. What did you change to top it from tipping? I lowered this spring strength on the on these wheels here, and I added some extra panels down at the bottom. Money pit. So basically, I shifted the center of mass a little bit further down to the ground, and the suspension wasn't as bouncy. Are you trusting automated vehicles to transport Kerbals? No. So, I mean, this can be automated, but there is a Kerbal that will be sat in this command seat here, driving it. But yeah, it is. The reason why I wanted it to be automated was because the probe cores are actually better than the Kerbals at times. So yeah, this, you can tip it, but it's quite difficult to now. Like, you really have to be trying. I nearly tipped it then. You really have to try and tip it now. The problem is that it's slowed quite down because I've lowered the suspension. I could still probably lower the suspension strength. Did I make Womble the teacher yet? No, I've decided that's gonna be meta. So that's we know that there's a Womble the teacher in there, but I'm not actually gonna create the Kerbal Womble. I will leave it. I'm not that narcissistic. So we know that I'm in that building teaching the Kerbals. It's kind of like how Gene Kerman is in the mission center. How, like, Von Kerman is in the VAB and so on and so forth, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be like that. Like, those Kerbals are there, they're just, you never see them in the game other than in the instruction menus. So it's gonna be more of a meta. So this building is like something Von Kerman. This one is Gene Kerman in the mission center, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I've kind of fixed this. This is now pretty good. I mean, I'll be honest, it's gonna be fairly rare to see this, but I'll try and use this as much as I can. I quite like it. I quite like the look of it. Oh, nearly flipped it. I'm really trying to flip it now. And it's sticking to the ground quite well. So anyway, that I kind of fixed that. For the most part. For the most part, that's fixed. I also designed something else. So that's called Transporter 1, because that is to transport Kerbals around the KSC. Are you trying to send that to a planet or the Mun? No, that's going to stay at the KSC. We might send them out to the Mun at some point, maybe, just for the fun of it, but no, they'll stay at the KSC. So we have Transporter 1, and we've also got Maintenance 1. This is going to be the maintenance vehicle for the engineer kerbals that go around and like maintain the KSC. This doesn't stick to the ground as much. This does have a tendency to flip. It's not too bad. It's not terrible. Like some rovers I've designed just like flip out on the touch of a button. So this isn't too bad, but yeah. Well, this is so cool. Yeah, I'm actually really pleased with this. This is pretty cool. But yeah, the idea is that engineers will be on this and they go to they drive out to like the launch vehicles, they do engineering things, maybe they do final checks on stuff and whatever. But what I really like about this is I've got these. I've got service whoop whoops I put on. So yeah, it is pretty cool. I do like this, but it does drive around quite nicely. A military Jeep with a spare tire on the front. Whee! It also does. It's quite good. I was actually trying to design it around a Land Rover, but I think it actually looks more like a Jeep. To be fair, I was trying to design it around a Land Rover, but then I decided I wanted the rear open instead of, because Land Rovers have the rear closed off, right? In fact, they have the cockpit closed off and everything. So then. You were gonna say Land Rover. Yeah, Land Rovers have the spare tire on the front. Jeeps tend to have them on the back, I think. The old ones, yeah. So I tried to design it around a Land Rover, but I think it does look more like a Jeep. I think Kath's right in saying Jeep. But yeah, you're right. Military Jeep. That was kind of like the inspiration behind this. So I'm pretty happy with this. It only took me like 2 hours to do this. British military Jeep. Well, yeah, the Land Rover was designed around the Jeep. So the Jeep in World War II, the first Jeeps, they came around at the end of World War II, and the Americans used them, obviously. Then the Land Rover in 1948 was designed, the Series 1 Land Rover was designed based around the Jeep. And basically what they did, they took the Jeep and they broke it. But actually, the Series 1 Land Rover is a pretty good, well-engineered design, like simple design thing for the British military. And that was in service, Series 1 was in service between 1948 and 1952, I think. Then they moved up to the Series 2. They still use them. They don't use Land Rovers in the British military anymore. No. At least I don't think so. Not these Jeeps. Or Land Rovers. But yeah, the original Land Rover was designed... So it does flip. It does flip a little bit more. It does have a little bit more of a tendency to flip out. So if I'm not careful, we lose the whoop whoops, unfortunately. And then it gets stuck on its back. So it does have more of a tendency to flip out, this thing does, but it goes faster. So yeah, anyway, I could be wrong on my little history on the Jeep there and the Land Rover, but yeah, I think the Jeep came first. I think the Americans designed it in World War II, or the end of World War II, for traveling around France after Normandy. I was in the Canadian Army in 2009. I worked with the RAF a bit. They used the Land Rover, if I remember correctly. I didn't think it was in service anymore. No, you're right. It is still in service. Oh, it's the Defender that they use now. Yeah, so they use the Defender Land Rover. That's slightly different. But yeah, they use the Defender. Yeah, they do. My bad. Yeah. It's the Defender that they used. Different. So I've designed this around the Series 1, which is the first Land Rover. Although that being said, it does kind of look like a Defender. I really like that Defender. Now, yeah, so that's the... It's been in service since 1998. Yeah, they do use it. Whee! So yeah, it does flip out a little bit more than anything else. They didn't have any heat. Did we get sploosh effects? Oh, dude, no way. That was great. What blew up then? Because we're still functioning. Dome light crashed into the ground. It's just lights, that's all. Oh, it's the brake lights. We don't need brake lights, right? It is a little bit more function. It does have a little bit more of a function, this will. Because this we can send out to like different planets and things. In the fall they were freezing. Yeah. Makes sense. The Defender's a good car though. It's very good at all terrain kind of thing. I'm stuck inside the pool. I'm stuck inside the pool, chat. I kind of wanted to see if we could drive this. And now I'm upside down. I kind of want to see whether we can drive this into the water and see what happens. I don't know whether it would float. Like into the sea, into the ocean. I wonder if it will float. Let's test it. Let's test it and see. Let's have a little bit of fun. Yeah, no, I know more about military history. I don't know too much about what the military uses in current, the current military uses. I know more about like the military history stuff. So the Series 1 Land Rover is 1940s and 1948, I think. I know they moved on to the Series 2. In the 70s. The RAF were in charge of defending the airfield. Nice. KAF. Awesome. Yeah, no, I think you definitely know more about Land Rover than I do. I like cars. I love cars. And Land Rover's one of the most British cars you can get. So. But yeah. Land Rover and Range Rover as well. Range Rover's kind of like an off-spin of Land Rover. A bit more civilian use for Range Rovers. You still get Land Rover. Most Land Rovers that civilians would drive are probably farmers and stuff like that. Yeah, you see, yeah. Not cheap here. No, they're expensive. I'm not a huge fan. I don't like the Virage Range Rover. It's the newer one. Oh, look, Minmus Rise. We got a Minmus Rise over there. Awesome. Anyway, let's go and see what happens when we drive this into the ocean. So, yeah, even at full speed, like, it does take quite a little bit of input before it does roll over. Mercedes G-Wagon, interesting. And I presume Americans use Jeep. Civies buy these here for big money, yeah. But yeah, anyway, the Hummer. They use the Hummer, do they? Why? I would have thought that the Hummer would have been too big for basic infantry movement. Humvee, yeah, interesting. Yeah, Humvee. Okay, so they don't use Jeep anymore. Huh. Interesting. So I would have put that down as too big of a vehicle. Actually, no, I think I did know that. Yeah, I think I knew that, actually. That's a piece of knowledge that has been in there, but I've forgotten about. Yeah, for the military. So they don't use Jeep anymore then. That's the answer there. Though, mind you, I don't think Jeep are really known for good quality anymore. Yeah. What do they even make? Like, what do they even make? I don't think there is actually a... I can't even think off the top of my head. Jeep. Oh, they've got a Defender. That looks like the Land Rover Defender. That looks like a replica of Land Rover's Defender. There you go. So it does kind of look more like a military Jeep than it does a Land Rover. It looks more like a Jeep, right? Than a Land Rover. Maybe I could have increased the height. I wanted to keep the ride height low. And then Series 1. This was the Series 1. A bit broken and rusty and destroyed. This sort of thing. They had canopies over the top, the Series 1. All that there. So this was the Series 1. This was what was designed for the military in the 840s. So I think this does have more of a Jeep vibe than a Land Rover. But I was aiming for the Land Rover. Infantry use infantry fighting vehicles like Bradley or Stryker. Interesting, okay. Hammer and G-Wagons are used for small detachments like recon units. Usually around 4 to 6 troops. Okay. Actually, yeah, no, that does make sense. That makes sense, yeah. You want big troop movements and stuff, right? If you're using infantry. Right, let's see if this floats. It doesn't look like it's gonna float. What is this over here? I kind of want to see... So while we're in water, this is actually really driving... It's so slow. There's obviously quite a lot of like pressure and... Oh, I've also got brake lights as well. Apart from the lights didn't turn on when I hit the brakes then. Oh, there we go. Brake lights. So I've got brake lights. So every time I brake. Learned a lot about Russian vehicles in the army. I don't know anything about Russian vehicles. Submarine! I think it's the I-beams that make the vessel sink. Well, to be fair, it's like a normal car. Normal cars tend to sink. They don't tend to float. Mostly Russian tanks and troop carriers. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about, like, Russian vehicles of any kind, really. Been on a Russian sub once. Nice. Was it an operation, or was it kind of more of a museum? Was it an operational Russian sub, or was there something you're not telling us there, Kath? It was a museum. I know. Is there something you're not telling us, Kath? Something you want to tell us? An operational... You've been on an operational Russian sub? Is it something you want to tell us? I'm breaking my own rules there, I think. I think I'm breaking my own rules. He's a spy. Well, it depends. I mean, if he's... you should know me being a member of the former KGB Soviet Womble. Shut up! Get out of here. Do I have motor enabled? Yeah, I do. I've got motor enabled on the front. So it had a dunking, and the car seems to be functioning okay. So the answer is yes, it can drive underwater. It can drive underwater, just not very well. But anyway, yeah, this is what I designed. I'm quite happy with it. It's quite good. It doesn't like not being in the sun though. It will very, very quickly run that electric charge dry if we run at nighttime. There's not really much I can do about it. So yeah, I've even put on brake lights for this. See what you did there? No, you didn't. You didn't see anything. Stop it. It's fine. No, you didn't. I didn't do anything. Mind you, I think if we turn off all the lights, the power usage goes down. It's not that much. It will run itself dry as you drive out of water. Shh. I didn't do it. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I was kind of hoping no one would notice that. Not gonna lie, I was actually kind of hoping that no one would notice it. I said it and I was like, oh, I hate myself. Do. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with this. So the idea with this is that the engineers will be driving this around just to be checking out, like doing pad closeout kind of things. I would like to start doing pad closeout stuff at the KSC. Not at the desert. We can leave it without at the desert because unless we decide to have stationed ground crew down at the desert as well, we could try that. Actually, something I want to try, I want to check the range on the J4. I want to see if we can get it all the way to the desert. I don't think it'll be able to make the desert and back. I want to see how far I can make it towards the desert. Birds! But yeah, I have been tempted to like just pull the basis down on this a bit. But yeah, no, I quite like this. I think it looks pretty cool. I can't get over how nice I've actually made it look. I think I might shift that spare tire forwards. Actually, now I look at it, looks like a little bit further back. All right, should we see if we can jump over the runway? Let's line ourselves up. Let's see if we can do a jump here. And then we'll get the J4 out and we'll see how far it can go. We'll see what its range is. Actually, to be fair, we should probably design some sort of passenger jet that can do long range. Should probably design that. So we've definitely got the plane parts to do it. Whee! Oh, I didn't even get air. Oh, I didn't even get air. That was disappointing. And crash. Excellent. Let's recover it. Right, let's get the J4 out and we will... Yeah, talking about military vehicles. A while ago, I designed an F4 lookalike, supposedly. Supposedly, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it looks that good. I think my F18 looks way better than my F4. So we've got the F4. We'll fly that out to. We'll see how far this could go. I want to try and get this out to the desert, but I don't think it'll be able to go out all that way to the desert runway. Just casually it takes off without me. Wasn't ready for that, but sure. So yeah, this is designed around the F4. It's not... I was trying to do an F4 replica, and I'll be honest, it's not the nicest looking plane, but I'm actually pretty proud of it. So... But I don't think the range on this is going to be that high, so I don't think we'll be able to go to the desert. The reason why I want to test going to the desert is because the pilots that we have decided to train here need something to do. So they need to like either... Well, I think one of the things that the pilots will do on these flights will land on the runway island over there. I think that's quite a good challenge for me to do. Well, it's not really a challenge. I should be able to do it fairly easily. But I would also like to maybe do a flight out to, like, if we've got the range, a supersonic flight out to the desert airfield would be great. That'd be a great idea, but I don't think we've got the range in this thing, and I'm hesitant to add more fuel because it's going to mess up the center of mass area of lift, and it'll create more weight. I don't know what the roof of these engine output is I think we need to go into the afterburners now to speed up. So let's switch over to afterburners, and we'll pick up a little bit of velocity. It's struggling to break the sound barrier. I thought we had fixed that. Hey, Frank. I thought I'd fixed this. Oh, I've got flaps down. I'm an idiot. I've got freaking flaps down! I'm flying with the flaps down. No wonder this isn't accelerating. I was flying with flaps down. Oh, I'm a moron. We might have to do the, we might have to redo the test here. Delta V level? Well, at the moment, Nah, it's a bit difficult to say Delta V for fighter jets because this is not an orbital class vehicle. Freaking flaps deployed. I can't believe that. Had my flaps been on since we started flying? Been doing that whole flight with flaps? I might have to do a retest on this. I would be lucky if we could even get to there. So 1 is flaps deploy. Okay, so I've got the flaps on the wrong action group. Yeah, I don't think I can get this jet out to here. It's not really designed for long range anyway. It's not a long range fighter, it's a short range fighter. I don't know why, but sometimes I find it easier to fly upside down than the correct way around. In the cockpit mode, that is. What's our altitude? Right, let's head back to the runway. So the answer is no, this will not go out to the desert. So at some point I would like to design an airplane that can fly out to the desert and like transfer crew out to the desert and send them back and things like that. I would maybe if it's just a jet or something like that, just like a normal standard jet. I don't know whether doing, I mean, suborbital would be quicker. So maybe we could do suborbital hopping. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But the engines that I've got on the back of these, the Panthers, they are quite thirsty. These Panther turbofan engines are very, very thirsty engines. I'm not gonna afterburn on the way there. So yeah, we need to design a new plane then. That's the answer. That's the answer. I'll be honest. We'll need to design a new plane at some point. That'll give me something to do. Whoa, steady on there. Time warp was at max. Is there a monolith inside the mountains somewhere around here? I don't see one. Usually you can see them quite far out. Beep, beep, beep. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Yeah, there is something on these mountains though, isn't there? I'm not wrong in thinking that there's like some sort of an Easter egg somewhere on here. Mind you, I don't see anything. No, I don't see anything, so maybe there isn't. Interesting. I could have sworn that there was at some point. Also, nearly touching the trees, just saying. Yeah, I don't see anything. Ooh, there is something yellow, something pink there, though. Maybe we need to do a trek out to these mountains at some point. Find out what that is. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I thought there was. I thought there was something on those mountains somewhere, but I'm obviously wrong. Alright, let's get back. Let's get back home. No, I don't see anything, so... It is nighttime, though, so maybe because it's dark you can't see it. This is Spicy Wiener coming in for final approach on runway 09. Currently going 290 meters a second. At I don't even know where my 5,000 meters. I don't know how many feet that is. How high is that? We are at 5,000, right? Yeah, 5,000. I think we're about one click out, I think. Whoa, steady on there. Yeah, we're actually quite high. Might have to use flaps here and actually you do it properly. Coming in at quite a steep bank angle of attack here. Do 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 do. So yeah, the answer is that this plane will absolutely not be able to get out to the desert launch runway. I think we designed this on stream not that long back actually. It handles really well. I'm really pleased with this craft. It just doesn't look quite right. Gear deploy. Uh-oh. Steady. 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 Uh-oh. 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 There's the touch. Whew, I thought for a second there we weren't going to make that. I generally thought for a second there we weren't going to make that. Thought we were going to have an issue. Wasn't the best of my landings. I've done way better before. The thing is, the nav ball there is not quite, because this cockpit is at an angle, so that nav ball that I'm looking at is 10 degrees off center from the actual leveling of the plane, unfortunately. So that I think that's why my cockpit landings on this plane is not the best. I think my F-18 is actually pretty good, actually, as well. If I remember right, I think that one's the one that flies. I think it's the F-16 that doesn't fly. Or at least doesn't fly how it's supposed to, how an F-16 is supposed to. Spaceplane hangar. Hey, let's try the F-18. I think I watched EJ do one of these builds, and it heavily inspired me once. That's probably why it works, actually, because I think I saw him make one of these, and then I've had a go at making it as well, I think. Now, if I remember right, the action groups are in reverse because I've... Yeah, so action group 1 will be, yeah, that's what it should be on the other one. Okay. I built this a while ago as well. I think I would do this differently now. Because a lot of these like structural parts here, these structural fuselages, I would actually do as fairings, I think, now. So this was before fairings, you could really like customize fairings. It was a pain in the butt to like move fairings and stuff around. It's kind of how well balanced this thing is. I think this is more than likely one of the better looking planes that I've designed. I'll be honest. I think this goes faster as well, actually, if I think about it. This probably goes faster than the F4. Maybe. Let's have a look. Let's see. That's pretty cool. Hey, Meme, how's it going? Thanks for the 1-bit tip. Well, like I said, if I remember right, like I did this a few years ago. If I remember right, there is another streamer, EJSA. I think he designed one of these as part of something that he used to do called Wings Wednesday. And I think I took a lot of inspiration from his build, so I can't take full credit for this. If I remember right. So I don't think I did the full thing itself, but yeah, it looks amazing. I think he did a build, and then I did this, and I think mine's not as good as his. His is better than mine. Right here, let's see what the top speed is. Yeah, this goes faster than the F4 because the F4 has quite a lot of drag on the wings. Dude, this goes really. This is going fast. What are we? So yeah, I can't take a lot of credit for this. A lot of this was EJ, I think. It's been a while, so I actually can't remember. Mark 2.4. Oh my Jesus, this goes. I don't think we're quite going to get Mark 3, are we? No, we've got trail off now. I mean, we could pitch down. See if we can hit Mark 3. Mach 2.87 up here. So yeah, this is faster than my F4 that I was just flying a few minutes ago. Needs to turn around. Should we pull up? Hard pull up. Ready? Oh, Jebediah! Uh-oh, flat spin. Ooh, that was a 15G pull up. So yeah, I don't think I can take full credit for this, because, like I said, I think, someone else did a build that was similar to this, and I've kind of, like, leached a few of the ideas. For instance, the fairing at the back. Back then, when I built this, I wouldn't have been able to, like, figure out how to do this fairing, because the fairings were really weird back then. They wouldn't close the way that they do now. And something else, like, I probably wouldn't have done back then is, like, the, so there's actually two wings clipped in at the front here to bring the center of mass forward. I wouldn't have thought to have done that. Just to make it more aerodynamic. Alright, let's see if we can land. Something I don't like about this, though, is it is very, very easy to create a flat spin with this. Really easy. So I tend not to use it as much. And the F4 is what I'm using currently. Oh, and something else that EJ would have done would have been the aero, the ramp intakes for like missile-y pointy things. I wouldn't have thought to do that, I'll be honest. I might not be giving myself too much credit here, but I don't like to brag too much. I know we're kind of like showing off some of my craft files now, like towards the end of the stream, but do you know what I mean? I don't like to I don't like to take credit where it's not due, if that makes sense. Being inspired by other builders is a good thing. Well, yeah, I know, but then there's this, which is probably the best plane that I've ever built, right? And then there's the F4 that we designed on stream that I will take full credit for, but is fundamentally flawed, right? So I would rather take credit for something that doesn't work as opposed to taking credit for something that does work when I've been heavily inspired by other people. Does that make sense? Only being here the past couple of months, it's cool to see some of your older builds. Yeah, I've never really showed this that much on stream. I'll be honest. I've never really I built this when I was having off time from streaming, so I didn't stream as much when when I built this. In fact, this was a competition between me and a really old friend that used to play Kerbal a lot, and we decided to design some sort of jet together. Unfortunately, Money Pit, I have lost a lot of my craft files over the years. Yeah, this thing is a lot harder to land. This is Crouching Tiger coming in on runway 27 on final approach. We're coming in a little bit low, about 500 meters out. Gear deploy. Yeah, this thing really doesn't land well. Oh, God. It's designed not to land well because I think the F-18 doesn't. It's quite a difficult plane to fly, I think. Well, it's not difficult. Well, yeah, of course it is. It's a plane. Like, all planes are difficult to fly. But still, that wasn't actually as bad of a landing as the J4. The J4 was a bit worse than this. And then I've also got the F-16, which is my first fighter plane that I kind of designed. Now, this is an old craft file, and this doesn't fly very well. I think I designed it in a version of Kerbal where the aerodynamics were different than what they are now. Because I remember when I flew it, I used to be able to get it up off the runway very quickly, and now it's very sluggish. So something changed. It might have been the Panther engine actually that changed. I think the specs on the Panther engine changed. Maybe something. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, this is the J16. It was designed around an F-16. And yeah, basically it's this. It still flies, but it doesn't. It's quite slow compared to the other two that we've just flown. And I think the center of mass is not quite aligned correctly as well. It's not very aerodynamic. I think I could probably fix this if I wanted to. Oh yeah, and also the suspension is obviously not correct. But yeah, it takes a lot longer to get up to speed. I don't know if you can see. And it's a lot slower. And like I said, I think the reason why this is a lot slower is, number one, I think the Panther engine changed in the time of me first creating this. Number two, it's only got one of these Panther engines. And number three, I use a lot of, like, fuselages and things, which actually are not very aerodynamically stable. And there's a lot of wings in there, flipped in. But I still think this looks cool, it's not very fast. Unfortunately. Because I think I struggled to get this supersonic, I'll be honest. In fact, yeah, let's test that real quick. Let's see if we can get this thing supersonic, see how fast we can actually go. Let's get the Aero GUI up again. we'll kind of see what speeds we're looking at with this thing. Yeah, I think if I were to do this again, I would do this quite different. This would be a very different build. Yeah, look at it. Like, I'm struggling to get past 160 meters a second. So this is yeah, it's really slow. If we look on this, I bet there's loads of drag, maybe? No? Could just be that there's only one engine as well. That could be another reason for it. High mass, low, like, only one engine. Like, I think it was the engine that changed. It still flies, actually. Aerodynamically, it's fine. It's the engine just isn't worth it. So yeah, you do kind of like have to fly with afterburners on this. Yeah, I don't even think we can break the speed barrier with this. Do you know what? I'm tempted to change it one day to put 2 engines on the back of this just instead of the 1. I'm tempted just to come in and take that part out and put 2 engines in. Oh, I've also got liquid fuel in this. That could be why this thing doesn't... Why do I have that in there? Center of mass is too far forward, look. I wonder if I did that because the center of mass was too far forward. Huh. Really interesting way of solving a problem that was unnecessary. Oh, I think I've broken the game. I can't click anything. I've broken the game. I've broken the game. It's fine. We were finishing anyway. We were finishing anyway, chat. I've broken the game, so we're done. Hey, Buzz, how's it going? I'm finishing. Anyway, chat, I'm not sure when I'll play Kerbal again. Maybe tomorrow. We might mess around some more with the KMU tomorrow and realize we actually did quite a lot today with the Duna station, so yeah, I'm quite pleased. Yeah, tomorrow, is that how you know stream is ending? Yeah, pretty much when Kerbal breaks, stream is ending. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll maybe play Kerbal tomorrow. We might play some Minecraft. It depends how I feel when I get in from work again. If I'm too tired, then maybe we won't stream. I will try. It will be about the same time again tomorrow. We'll do like 2.5 hours or something like that. Anyway, chat, have a good night. Evening, noon, insert time zone here. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Until next time, later, nerds.